This podcast is sponsored by Happy Warrior Kava. Be a happy warrior. Drink, relax, and enjoy the strong and smooth taste of the best-selling kava in the islands. Happy Warrior Kava.
Ho, 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 how's it going, everybody? Aloha and welcome to another edition, a Christmas edition of HNN Overtime, the Hawaii News Now Sports Podcast. I'm Kyle Chinen, joined as always by Cienna Pilotin, Davis Pitner, and it is Christmas time,
Gotta
fellas.
say, Kyle, that was one of the best intros that I think you've done.
Right?
That was pretty good.
Very excited for the holidays.
I'm kind of in the festive mood. We were listening to Christmas music before this.
That was pretty
good. Get the spirits bright.
I do like the Seahawks beanie.
Thank you.
Or, sorry,
the Santa hat. Yeah.
Santa hat.
I don't remember where I got this from, but I've had this for a long time,
good.
and it really only comes out.
You've had it ready, had it prepared for this moment.
It was destined for this moment.
It was destined for this moment.
Yes.
That's right, everyone. Christmas weekend.
Yes.
Yes.
It is here. Thank you guys for joining us for this special episode. Lots of fun things happening throughout this. Little surprise at the end, so stay tuned for that. But
Davis, you hiding secrets from us?
Hey, you know, don't look over in this side of the room. Hey, little something special.
I just see your large coffee with probably like a double shot of
it's
another
you know what? You gotta have the big one on a Friday.
Yeah.
You gotta go with that.
It's another morning pod for all of us. So.
Yeah, absolutely. But first of all, look at our Christmas sweaters. You
Guys,
know, I gotta say.
I'm so sorry. I had one job today.
It's still festive.
It's still festive.
I mean, I have red earrings on.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah. White top, like kind of like
I would have worn it regardless.
Like,
yeah.
It's
Thanks,
festive.
guys.
It's festive.
At least it wasn't like a blue shirt.
Well, I have I
would have been so much blue.
Yeah.
San Jose.
Yeah, I have a lot of San Jose.
We'll get to them in a
house.
second.
I have a lot of cute Chief stuff, but they're all back in Las Vegas. So
oh, okay.
I didn't think I need it when I moved here because it's Hawaii. And
it's 85.
Yeah,
That's true. It's like,
I should
it's
have.
usually that time.
I will invest in some.
I will say though, the last couple weeks with the rain and the wind, it was a bit chilly. Like
it's a little chilly out there.
I was cold.
Hot cocoa moment.
Hot cocoa moment. Definitely much
definitely
needed.
have that.
Hot cocoa, and also too, I'm a diehard cold brew iced coffee guy. Doesn't matter what temperature it is. Doesn't matter what state I'm in. Let me get the cold brew.
See?
Yep.
Are you the same way?
Same way. Over in Oregon.
We
Over in Oregon at my college. It was always cold, snowy days.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta get the iced coffee. I did mix it up with a little white chocolate mocha every
Ooh,
once in a
That's
while,
my
though.
favorite.
White chocolate mocha is good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It
Yeah.
was pretty good over there.
I definitely, it's like 20 degrees in Iowa, and I'm walking to class, and I'm like, you know what? Let me get a cold cream cold brew real quick.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Yeah, you have
Freeze
to do
your
it.
fingers off, but then you're in class. It's a heated building, duh. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it's
You have to
give and
first
take.
make it to class though,
Right.
because there's always the possibility of slipping, and that I only say that because that has happened to me.
Me too as well.
More than once.
You guys have
it's a little
both
slick out there.
Oh, 100%.
I remember last episode about the whole ice skating thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the same thing, even though you're not in the rink.
No,
It's,
you're just walking to class.
you're just walking to class, and it's the
See?
same.
It's an occupational hazard. I can't go to class.
I'm just gonna stay in my room.
I'm just gonna stay in the room.
I'm calling
my
a snow
bed.
day myself.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There was one time I was walking to class, and it was towards the end, closer to springtime, but it was still cold, still snowing in Iowa, obviously, and the surface, the floor was pretty clean. I somehow found the one spot that still had ice on the ground, and I ate it. It looked like a cartoon. Like Wile E. Coyote, legs up, both legs up in the air, straight down onto my laptop. Laptop was good, but I was not.
Yeah.
The pride was hurt.
The pride was hurt.
I almost had to transfer. I almost had to hit the portal.
Almost had to hit the portal?
Hit the
After that
portal. Well,
incident.
speaking of the portal.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I was
speaking-
waiting for that
yes.
transition.
And speaking of Christmas, the Bows got a pretty early Christmas gift, I think.
I think they did too.
Yeah.
Well, a lot happened this
Yeah.
week, and we're referring to early signing day.
Early signing day.
Early signing day, and here is a look
Whoa.
at the latest commitments, guys.
14 in total. A good mix of local talent and guys from, like we keep talking about, the magical portal. That are.
Oh man, I'm sorry guys.
No,
I
you're
just
good.
yawned.
You're good. You're good.
So
You're good.
early.
It's very early. It's very early, but there's nothing to yawn about with this group of guys.
There's not.
Good one.
Thank you.
Yeah,
But
lots of great players
Yeah.
that they picked up. You know, we were going through each of their bios, a wide variety of positions that UH was going for.
and I think it filled a lot of needs that I think that they were looking for this offseason. Obviously, you got the running back in there. You need to shore up that offensive line, and then the defense. They picked up a lot of interior guys and a lot of big boys up front. But I think the main signee of this group was Micah Alejado, the quarterback out of Bishop Gorman from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. There were a couple of Las Vegas guys, too.
Yeah, there
That
were.
was the surprising.
They have a
Building
pretty
pipeline.
good Gorman pipeline, thanks to
Yes. Chris Brown.
Chris
and
Brown.
them folks.
Yep. But yeah, Micah Alejado, Bishop Gorman, he committed back, I think, in April. Verbal commitment, and after the turmoil and just the way college football goes, a lot of fans, I think, were concerned that he was going to flip.
I think a lot of people were concerned. Yeah.
I mean, just with the situation.
Yeah, there
and-
were chirpings for sure that, I mean, several people in our newsroom were like, I'm hearing things, and we're like, I don't know. Like, we didn't hear
Yeah.
much, but you just never know in today's day and age, and so we're very, very lucky that he signed on officially.
Yep.
And he
Yeah.
seems very excited to come home, too, because this is his home.
Right.
Oh, yeah. You look
And-
at his Instagram, and he's always
Yeah,
posting
he's
like,
always posting.
UH things.
Yeah, he's
He-
very
yeah.
proud.
Born.
That's what we need.
Yeah, he's a Eva Beach native, I believe, and then he
Yes, he
left
is.
Hawaii in middle school, moved with his parents to Vegas, and went to Bishop Gorman, which, as someone who went to high school in Vegas for
That's
some time,
school.
that's a
Yeah,
powerhouse.
that's a
right?
powerhouse.
Powerhouse
and just
school.
like the whole United States, like in the country, they're one of the top ranked. I think didn't he win like some crazy award
Yeah,
like nationally?
I believe he's the Max Preps National Player of the Year.
See, that just
Yeah.
tells you like that's huge.
Yeah,
And
and
for
courtesy
UH to get
UH
him.
also, some of these, some of the things about him, but Bishop Gorman, obviously a powerhouse school, National Player of the Year. He led Bishop Gordon to 3 consecutive Nevada state titles from sophomore to senior years.
Jeez.
He is the top-ranked quarterback in Nevada, a 3-star recruit. And a little bit more about him this past season. What really astonished
Give
me.
us the stats, Davis.
Yep.
I'll give you. Yeah, you know it, Kyle. You asked for the stats. Last season, he threw for 35 touchdowns, and more impressively, no interceptions.
Wow.
Ooh,
That just shows the
crazy.
accuracy. Like no quarterback does that in a season. You would at least think maybe like one or
Yeah,
know.
at least
it's,
one. I mean, that to have none.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
it's super impressive.
And with the offense that Timmy wants to run, the true run and shoot, I think this guy, I mean, Braden Shager was great, and I know he's since entered the portal and all that, but I think this is their guy. This is a true quarterback that will probably fit the run and shoot best to be able to operate it. So, and like we keep talking about, there is an open spot in that quarterback room right now.
And I think that bids the question too. Does he get the start immediately, or is there
Oh,
going to
he's
be
gotta
a
work for
quarterback
it.
fight? I think you got to work
he
for
has
it, right?
to work for
Yeah.
it. Yes, but I mean, just looking at the room currently, there's not much competition.
Right.
Sorry to the guys that are currently in that quarterback room.
Right.
But I mean, once Shaker left, it was like, yeah, it's wide open, but who is this guy's competition that we don't already know
Right.
and see?
And the thing is, too, it's like I feel like maybe the redshirt freshman John Chiave Sangapulotele probably mirrors his style of play the most that's in the current quarterback room right now, so they'll probably push each other a little bit in camp. But I talked to Micah after he signed on Wednesday, and he's just excited to get out here and start working. He is going to graduate from Gorman early and join the team during spring ball, so we'll get an early look at him next year during spring ball. But yeah, it's kind of wide open. He's a lefty too, which is
Yeah.
kind of interesting.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy. You don't
Yeah.
see a lot of lefties.
I think the last lefty was Cameron Cooper at UH, and
Oh, yeah, I
he
forgot
kind of
about him.
he didn't really throw a pass, but all the best wishes to him. But yes, he's excited to come back home, represent the state. He was kind of telling me that he heard all the rumors, he heard all the rumblings, but he never wavered. He always knew that he was going to sign here come December, and yeah, I mean, it's just besides Micah, it's a pretty solid class that Timmy has been able to get either through the portal or through high school. I'm gonna do a little bit of stat reading like you.
All right.
Like
All right,
you,
Kyle.
Davis.
Kyle, hit us.
Davis
What's going on?
Every episode, Davis gives us the gift of these stats. So I appreciate the present. Trying to be more.
It's a gift worth giving, Kyle.
Is. Oh, Davis.
I'm here for you guys.
You shouldn't have, but you did.
But you should have actually.
But you should have, because
It was the Christmas sweater. I just got in the spirit.
very very festive, and I'm no good with the numbers, you know.
Okay.
But anywho, another big signee was running back Christian Vaughn. He is a JUCO transfer from Butte College in California. Fun fact, Butte College, that's the JUCO that Aaron Rodgers went to
Oh.
before he went to Cal.
That is a good fun fact.
I only know that because I had a teammate that went to Briar Cliff with me. He's like, every chance he got, he's like, yeah, I went to JUCO at Butte. That's where Aaron Rodgers went. That's where A-Rod went. But anywho, Christian Vaughn, he rushed for 1,806 yards, 21 touchdowns on 281 carries in 2 seasons at Butte. He was named the All-NorCal League team, as a sophomore in 2023. He led all California JUCO players in rushing yards per game, an average of 132.4, while finishing second in rushing touchdowns with 18.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and so he had his best statistical year as a sophomore last season, running for 1,456 yards, 18 touchdowns. That's 7 yards per carry on average, guys. So this guy is a workhorse in the backfield.
I was like watching his film too. This is like a big guy. I mean, you're looking at the pictures. He obviously is super strong, and he's whiffs probably a lot. But
he does.
more than us.
Number 47. That's just a fullback number, too.
It is a fullback number.
That's a bruiser.
It is. And looking at the film, that's how he runs. He isn't. I mean, at least from just watching it, he isn't maybe the fastest guy as some running backs, but man, does he go head first into
Punishing.
all of these runs? Yeah, he will go in there. And that's probably why you see all those yards. I mean, 1,806 yards in 2 seasons.
He probably fights for them, too.
He does fight for them. Yeah, and if you watch the film, he's like, people are trying to tackle him, and he's just running. He's still going through it.
Good luck.
Yeah, and that's exactly what UH needs. I mean, it's pretty obviously last season, UH wasn't the best running team. I think at some point they were last in the FBS for rushing. And getting a running back like this and someone that is really good is something that is going to be really beneficial for UH this next season.
Yeah.
I agree. And I mean, all season long, we've been calling for UH to run the ball more. And at points in the season, the leading rusher would be Saul Vaipulu, or just like some random, like one time it was Matthew Shipley. And Braden Shayer was the entire run game for most of this season, which credit to him. He really stepped that up this season. But you just can't rely on him solely for that. And to have this guy who's kind of just a plug-and-play player. I mean, he's come from a JUCO, so he knows what it's like to be a part of a college team. He's not, coming out of high school, like no shade to those guys, but it's just like a huge difference, and that transition period is drastic. So to have this guy that's already had experience playing at the collegiate level, plug him in, it should work, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's ready to go. So I'm so excited to watch him play.
Definitely.
I think so too.
And I think, again, I keep talking to the run and shoot style of offense. History-wise, you look at the successful run and shoot offenses at UH. You have Nate Ilawa, Dayton Ferruta. These aren't exactly speed backs.
Yeah.
These are big boys in the backfield. So just kind of continuing to mold the offense to how he wants it is very smart. And, you can tell Timmy did his homework this offseason.
Oh, totally. And I think this is only going to help the passing game. I mean,
100%.
It's no lie that, passing is really what UH has been good at. UH has really good receivers.
Yeah.
And I think getting a running back like this is only going to benefit that.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing with it is that defenses are going to get so worried about the run, they're going to probably push their DBs up, and that's just going to get McBride. It's going to get Ashlock out there, get open. I think this guy can be a real playmaker.
Yep. And we continue down the line here.
Okay, Kyle.
Which one have you lined up next? Let's see.
We have Alvin.
Oh, yeah. Alvin Puefua. He's a D lineman from Salt Lake City, Utah. Look, I mean,
wow, he's
big boy.
Yeah.
Big boy. Also, I want to shout out Trevor Camello over at UH for these graphics because he always cooks.
These are crazy.
Year in, year out, he cooks. So I just want to give a shout out to their graphic design and their videographer, Trevor Camello. But he is the #1 defensive lineman in Utah and number 16 player overall in the state, according to 24/7 Sports. He's a consensus 3-star prospect. Spent first 3 years of high school at Woods Cross High School before spending his senior season at West. Now, he recorded 51 tackles with 11 tackles for loss and a pair of sacks while recovering a fumble as a senior in 2023. He had a monster game against Skyline High School on September 22nd, making 8 tackles with 4 TFLs and a sack. So this guy is just a tackling machine, it sounds like.
Yeah,
huge.
absolutely. I mean, he's huge. And this is, I mean, looking at all the recruits, too, they've been getting a lot of 3-star recruits, which is kind of a big deal because you see a lot of bigger schools, maybe, you have like Colorado or, Arizona, like these other colleges that usually are, big schools for these highly ranked recruits.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting that a lot of these guys are heading to UH.
I know.
Like, it really just goes to show the recruiting situation over there and how good they really did this past season.
And I mean, honestly, like, we've been around the coaching staff and we've been around Timmy. I mean, wouldn't, like, if I think back to, like, if I was ever in the position to go to UH, because I wasn't, but, like, if they ever came and talked to me and, like, been around them, like, they're a great group of guys.
They're
like,
good coaching staff.
Good coaching staff. They definitely care about this team and the players. So, I mean, I feel like it wasn't a hard sell for these guys to come to UH and try and build something. And, with the loss by graduation of, John Tuitupo and a couple of other interior defensive linemen, this is a great pickup for Coach Etienne and Coach Yoro on the defensive side of things. So, I mean, again, props to this coaching staff for going out and getting guys.
Absolutely. And I think especially for Alvin, defense was a big thing that I think UH kind of struggled with. It kind of got better towards the end of the season, but I think getting someone that is able to push through the offensive line, even though it hurts as much for me to say that as a former offensive lineman, I think it is going to be really beneficial to get a guy that can get in there and be able to get some sacks. And it looks like off of these stats, he's able to do that. Yeah,
and he probably has a motor on him, just the way, interior linemen, there's probably like 2 different types, and the types. One just clogs up the running lanes and just makes big body and stays out of the way. And then there's the other ones that have quick feet and can get past you. And both of them piss us off, right, David?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it was always the speedy guy.
Oh my goodness.
It was always the speedy guy. We had this NFL prospect on my college team.
Whoa.
And it sucked because he was a higher classman, and I came in as the freshman,
right?
And you got to give those guys their steps and everything. And my gosh, that was brutal. I swear, every day at practice, it was not fun.
I know, and I hated it when like the nose tackle is right up on me when I'm playing center because I'm only blocking with one hand for most of the time, and I'm snapping. And then he's like, "Oh, spin move." Well, sorry, dude.
There it goes.
Get the ball. Hey, man, get the ball out quick. He's coming. Like,
Mahomes is not buying you golf carts.
No, he's not. Definitely not. My quarterback did not buy me nothing for Christmas. During practice, at least.
At least during practice.
At least during practice. That was a tough one. But, again, hats off to this staff. I want to keep hammering that down in the way that college football works nowadays with NLI or NIL, excuse me, and the transfer portal. Like he's getting some guys, and we'll see. Obviously, spring will be their first kind of look at how they do and how they gel. But I think it's a great first step.
I think it is a great first step. And adding on to that, there were 14 commitments, and these are just a couple of them that we wanted to highlight. One other one that is especially special for UH
Yeah.
is actually related to UH's star receiver.
What?
Wait a minute, guys. And we are talking about Jarvis Himuli. Wait,
I think it's Himuli.
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 Himuli. Okay, sorry
Yeah.
about that. Yes, he is Pofele Ashlock's brother. Also, family affair. Also a wide receiver. He is a monster coming out of Texas. He finished his career with 73 catches for 1,433 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns, averaging 19.6 yards per catch over 2+ seasons in a run-heavy offense. And I like how they put it that, because having a run-heavy offense changes those stats. They want to show that, you know, he could have probably gotten more than 1,400 receiving yards.
He got his bag despite not getting as many opportunities, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that just goes to show, and it adds to an already scary receiver room with his brother Pofele, Stephen McBride, and I think Jonah Pinoke is still coming back.
Yeah.
So already stacked receiver group.
It's a really stacked receiver group.
I think it's so cool that when brothers play the same position, like normally you see two on the same team, but they play different positions.
Right.
You know, like they don't. Like to have 2 wide receivers and Pofele is great, man.
Right.
And this guy's a 3-star. Like I cannot wait to see them together on the field. Like that story right there.
That is a story that is definitely super cool.
And if he's able to play anything like his brother can,
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
This is going to be an offense like you don't want to see.
How do you stop these guys? Yeah.
Yeah, they just need that quarterback. I mean, I think they're really pushing for Micah to come through. He's got the weapons.
He does have
for that
all the
quarterback,
weapons. Yeah. Once they have that secure, I think this offense can soar, literally and figuratively, when it comes to their play. But yeah, it's always cool. I mean, I can already see UH football Twitter is going to be posting Pofele and Dino like the Steelers do with the Haywards, Cam Hayward, and I can't remember the tight end. He has a younger brother.
Is it a C name?
I think it is another C name, but I can't remember.
Casey
Hayward?
Yeah.
Casey and Cam Hayward on the Steelers, that one. But it's like, you know, offense, defense. That's how it usually goes, right?
Normally,
the younger brother usually always wants to be opposite of the big brother.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like when my brother still played football, he was a DB. Well, he was also very small, a little smaller than me, but he was a DB and I was an offensive lineman. So that's just kind of how it goes. But yeah, it's really cool.
It's always ties. Yeah, it's always so much fun to see it. I mean, especially in the NFL too. Obviously, the Kelsey brothers.
Most notably
these days because of a special someone.
Who would that be?
Wait, Cienna, it's Taylor Swift, right? It's Taylor.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
Indie underground music recording artist.
Starting her career.
She'll go places.
Looking for her come up, maybe.
Honestly, Travis Kelce jump-started her career.
Yeah, let's be real right now.
Let's just be real.
Times like Person of the Year.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know her before.
Like Times Supermarket?
I didn't. Yeah.
Times
Supermarket Person of the Year?
Donkey. Okay.
It's no Foodland.
It is not fun. Yeah.
I mean, they have the best poke on island. We'll bring that up in a different episode, but
I believe that.
Yeah, also too, kind of more nationally, we talked about the UH recruits. I want to talk about a little bit of some of the top prospects here in the state. Number 1 prospect in the class of 2024, Preston Taumua from Waipahu, the offensive tackle. He signed on Wednesday to Nebraska, which I think is a great move for him. That is
good school,
offensive line country.
It's a really good school.
Despite, you know, Nebraska's recent records overall, all they do is produce linemen. Yeah. They produce big guys up front, Ndamukong Suh, and then like that's kind of their main lineman guy that has made a name for himself in the league, but they produce linemen, and he was hurt a little bit in his last season, his only season at Waipahu after spending time at IAEA, but you know, he's a monster. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
And I think he'll flourish over there. The other top prospect, Anelu Lafaele, son of former UH linebacker, can't remember, Michael Lafaele, excuse me. He from Farrington. He signed to Wisconsin, another Big Ten team, and then
building the pipeline over there.
The pipeline, yeah. There's a lot of Hawaiian Badgers, as they like to call them.
Yeah,
that. We don't call them that. They call them that. The Hawaiian Badgers out there. And then kind of rounding out the top 4 prospects in the state, you have Rustin Young and Kikai Burnett. Rustin Young from St. Louis, an offensive lineman, and Kikai Burnett, defensive lineman from Punahou. They both signed to Michigan State. So
it's huge.
Big Ten coming out to the
Hawaii
to the
represent.
islands.
Yeah.
Hawaii represent.
It's going to be interesting in the trenches in the Big Ten next year with those guys added. So all the best and congratulations to everyone who signed. I know we're talking about UH and some of the bigger names, but I know there are a bunch of other guys either going to smaller schools or NAIA. I want to say congratulations and good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, sticking with football, it is bowl season.
Yes.
It is.
Not only the holiday season, but bowl season.
It is, yes.
And we have ourselves the Christmas weekend clash here in the islands, the Hawaii Bowl, featuring the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. I learned, well, first off, when the teams were announced, I learned their mascot was the Chanticleers. Then at the press conference, I learned that it was the Chanticleers.
Oh, Chanticleer.
Chanticleers. I don't know where the origin
Look at
of
his lie. That's a pretty good.
It's just a rooster, guys.
It's just. It's a rooster.
Chanticleer.
That is a very fancy name. Maybe it's just me. That's like an actual name for the rooster. I don't know.
I mean, I think it is just another name for rooster, but like.
Why
It's a very interesting way of saying it.
interesting.
Sorry.
No.
Continue on.
It's all good. Facing the San Jose State Spartans.
Sounds like a familiar name.
It's a pretty familiar name, I
Yeah,
think.
we talked
And
about
it's-
it a lot.
Yeah, we did. And obviously a familiar guy at the helm of that team, Chevin Cordero, local boy, St. Louis, former UH guy, and playing his final college football game here in the islands back where it all started. So kind of a full circle moment for him. Obviously, Coach Brett Brennan, he also has ties to the islands. He started his coaching career here. He's played or he's faced Hawaii numerous times during his coaching career. And obviously, his cousin is Colt Brennan, the late, great UH quarterback. Pretty cool. At the press conference, he wore Colt's jersey, which I think was pretty sick.
That.
Showed up in slippers, so like he was
In
very
blue shorts.
blue.
Yeah.
Matching was not there, but
he didn't have the
I
matching
got the
gown,
idea.
but he wanted to pay homage, and that was super cool. But yes, it's 2 7-5 football teams going up against each other on Saturday at Ching Field. I was just over there the other day. They're putting the big logo on the field. They have the banners up. It's ready. It's Hawaii Bowl time, man.
It's Hawaii Bowl.
And it's always fun when the Hawaii Bowl has a Hawaii connection in it. Obviously, last year there were 2 players on San Diego State's roster that had connections to the island. But this year I feel it's probably the closest we're going to get to a Hawaii Bowl connection without Hawaii being in the game.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And obviously, when you're in Hawaii, you're practicing obviously for the game. But you gotta have some fun
You have
You
to.
gotta
here
have it.
on the islands. They have a whole bunch of activities. They do luau's. They visited Pearl Harbor. And they also got to go to Wet and Wild.
Check this out, guys. This is
My
this is
goodness.
what they posted
Wow.
on their Instagram. Check this out. Obviously, checking out the camera. You have to.
They're
Whoever
doing a
edited
lot
this
right
together, slow motion, was his friend when editing this. That's right, though. They went to Wet and Wild before the Hawaii Bowl. You gotta relax and have some fun.
This is funny.
Soak in the vibes.
This is good.
I'm very impressed.
Shout out to the linemen though, because
Yeah, I was just
No,
gonna say
that's why I
that.
love it. It's all about them right now.
I
They're
mean,
eating.
Davis, you can't deny that
Oh boy.
we'd be doing that too.
Oh yeah, I know,
Oh, my.
100%. that's something too. All the wide receivers, all the flashy guys, they get all the attention. But it's moments like these that
100%
where linemen shine.
You know, they had them in there like, no, this is like, you know, the wide receivers like, let me get in this one, and they're like, no, it's not
take
about
it over.
you right now.
Take it over.
And you know, the O linemen that were in the video were screaming at the camera guys like, no, this is us, get us.
Yeah, and then switching over to the next video. The next video that they showed, that of course is Hawaii's own Chevin. I think they filmed this maybe near his house or in a very scenic location.
You got Diamond Head in the back.
Diamond Head, you got Chevin in his uniform, all ready for the Hawaii Bowl. He's
Probably
got
in his backyard. Who knows?
Hawaii Bowl patch on the uniform.
I will say I am kind of disappointed in the uniform reveal. Not because of Chevin, but just the uniform that they picked. Because San Jose State has some really good colors. The bright blue and gold, like those colors pop, and they have like the all white look. But they decided to go with their gray uniform, which
peep the tat.
I don't know. I mean, I think if they rock the blue uniform with the whites, that'd look pretty sick. I mean, I don't know. I'm a stickler for uniforms. I love a good uniform matchup.
You gotta like the uniform. I'm with you though, Kyle. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of this uniform. I think they maybe could have done better.
They included that in their video. I'm sorry. I mean, the Kola Mountain's like beautiful. Like, do that. Yeah. Stick to that.
Stay in the Kola.
But why is there a shot in like a garage practically at his house?
That's whoever made this, they had a vision.
And
I mean, this is amazing.
Right.
That shot, like, just stick to have him out there.
Right. Have him on an ATV. He's on the windward
Can you
side.
imagine riding a horse?
Take him to
Just riding the
Kulo Ranch.
To the polo field.
Zip line.
Him on a horse
with the helmet on.
zooming on a zip line straight onto horseback.
That's
the vision. What are we talking about here?
We don't need him at his house.
That's true.
But yeah, all these videos posted to the Instagram. They of course have music to them, but this is the highlight right here. Obviously, out of all the videos, show love to the linemen. Of course, they do all the work and not the other skilled positions.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine just being a kid hanging out at like
Christmas break,
one day? Yeah, mom took you, like, this is your Christmas gift, and you see them filming this. All right.
And you know this took like 5 takes because they're like, oh, I don't like this one. I don't like this one.
You gotta get the
like,
look.
my hair
Look
is
at
in
that
my face.
eyebrow. Yeah, this was. See, this part I was thoroughly impressed by. So
this is fun.
Once again,
also storming.
Yeah, it was like
I know the weather
week.
there was not the best.
The weather kind of sucked this week, but they made the best of it.
They did.
And you know, we're talking a lot of San Jose, but Coastal also got to do Wet and Wild. They also did Pearl Harbor. Coastal Carolina's head coach was very excited to see Pearl Harbor and teach his kids some of the history of that. And they wanted to do the luau, obviously, because not a lot of luau's over in Myrtle Beach, Carolinas. So
I gotta say, like, what a cool moment. I mean, that's a long travel day. They've come quite a distance to come over here.
I give them credit.
I hope they soak in, you know, the culture here, and
I hope so too.
Obviously, you know, get it. And I know they're here for the Hawaii Bowl and they want to win, but coming all the way to Hawaii, they gotta have fun, right?
Yeah.
You gotta have fun.
Same, like, I know we have an affiliate station from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina out here too.
Yeah.
They just got in yesterday. I'm kind of keeping tabs with them, making sure they're they cool, but like, yeah, that's a long travel.
It is. It's like if we had to go to there.
Yes.
Like, imagine that would be a lot. Exhausting. And
I think, you know what? I kind of feel for them too, because like earlier in the year when I had to go to Virginia.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What a nightmare that was. It wasn't a nightmare so much because like long travel. I went to school in Iowa, so long travel is whatever for me.
Yeah.
It's just that I got stuck in like a lot of middle seats.
Yeah.
And I'm a big aisle guy.
Yeah.
Big, gotta let the leg out.
Well, and it's different to travel and then like start working.
Right,
Like
exactly.
it's one thing to travel far and then your vacation or your fun, friends, whatever. But to get off the plane and everyone's like, what's your live hit? When are
Right,
you doing
right,
this?
right.
We need
Yeah,
a package.
Exactly.
Like, that's exhausting.
Oh, it's so
credit to you. And you did
exhausting.
it by yourself, too.
That was
Yeah.
impressive. You did a great job over there, Kyle.
I also want to give props to you guys holding the fort down, and being able to
Oh.
beam me in from Virginia for
From Virginia.
That was fun.
for overtime episodes. Those are super cool and super fun. Who knows? Maybe 2024 we'll do all three of us in different locations.
Oh, that'd be
The
crazy.
triple box?
The triple
A triple
box.
box.
triple
I think I have to
box.
make that on here. I don't know if we have a
Yeah.
triple box.
Let Davis cook.
Let's start working on
let
it
me cook.
now.
Ooh.
Now.
All right, I'll come up
We
with
got
something.
the Olympics. We got a lot of big sporting
Gonna be
things
busy,
coming up
yeah.
next year. But what's next, Davis?
Well, speaking of sporting things coming up, this is just a story I wanted to throw out there because it's a
Uh-oh.
player that
Uh-oh.
we all know and love
Do we?
and is a legend in football. Guys, it's Tom Brady, but
Oh
Wait,
no.
I
not
would not have
quite
recognized
Tom Brady. So, a sports card shop in Minnesota pulled a couple of rare
So
baseball
goofy.
cards. They showed football legend Tom Brady in an Expos
I
uniform.
would not have recognized
Me
him.
neither.
Brady
He looks
was,
like a baseball player.
Yeah,
Like,
He kinda
that
does,
is
right?
His look.
He kind of does.
Or even like hockey low key.
low key hockey.
Like you know when someone's like almost too pretty to play football?
yeah.
That's him.
Right? Like your face
Definitely.
is like Jimmy G, your face is too symmetrical to be
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
hit.
A little
like that.
bit, yeah, a little bit. Well, let me read a little bit. So Brady was chosen by the Expos in the 18th round of the 1995 baseball draft before he
Jeez.
decided to stick with football. The cards are randomly inserted into packs of 2023 Bowman Draft cards. Triple Diamond Sports Cards and Collectibles in Eagan, Minnesota found these two cards. One that has Brady's autograph.
Whoa.
The non-autograph card has a print run of 75, so there's 75 total cards. This autograph version, though, is the only one.
Whoa.
The store, however, cannot keep the card. A collector bid on the rights to any Expos or Washington National cards pulled from the packs. The Expos moved from Montreal and became the Washington Nationals in 2005. So that is the only card known in existence of Tom Brady in a baseball uniform with the signature on it.
Wow.
Crazy.
He
And
was Kyler Murray before Kyler Murray was
yeah.
Kyler Murray.
Well, it's just crazy to think that like had he chosen baseball, how different the whole sports universe would have been.
The
Oh,
NFL
yeah.
would have
like
been so
this,
different.
so different. Can you imagine like not having Tom Brady?
That's crazy.
That would have
That's
been wild.
actually really wild.
Like
think
that,
about.
the whole like he is the greatest player as much as I hate to admit it.
Yeah.
But you don't win that many Super Bowls and aren't like the greatest
Right.
player.
Yeah, exactly.
If he was like, no, I'm gonna choose baseball, like the whole sports universe would have changed. Who
And-
knows? Would have maybe like Eli Manning would have had more Super
Yeah.
Bowls and
Yeah,
It's crazy because like I mean if you look at it from like a real like if you're in his shoes back when he got drafted to the Patriots, he wasn't a high draft
Yep.
pick. He was the backup to Drew Bledsoe. I would have picked like, hey, I'm a high draft pick in the MLB.
Yep.
Like that's more guaranteed money than being a backup in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like that's so wild to just think. One thing would have been like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with baseball.
Yeah.
Watching his combine videos are just the
Yeah.
Oh,
funniest thing.
please.
Like
Right.
him running.
Oh, God.
That's my
You're so right.
favorite one.
Just the
Because there's so
Like,
many other
the
guys
height- the
Yeah.
height
more
picture.
athletic than him.
Like to think
It's
this guy chose football and became the greatest player ever to do it.
Like that's the body of like a pitcher right
Yes.
there.
Oh,
like
100%.
you can
Like,
see
he
that
looks like
that
a baseball player.
that isn't
Yeah.
an NFL quarterback.
long arms doesn't need to run. Absolutely.
yes.
Yeah, but
Hang out in the bullpen all day until he gets called. Like that's the life.
yeah, absolutely. It just goes to show, I guess, how great Tom Brady
The
is.
universe is
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
Universe is crazy.
The
Kyle.
sports gods, they had a
wanted
plan.
him. Yeah,
they had a
wanted
plan.
him
They had a plan.
Football and ruined my life. The sports gods just wanted him to ruin my life.
But now he's out of your life.
He's out of your
out
life.
of my
Yeah,
life,
he's now gone.
But he somehow finds a way to haunt me still.
That's true. That's very
Yeah.
true. Where can we get
like the story.
a signed Giselle card? Because I think we're
Signed
all
Giselle
team
card.
Giselle here.
We are. If she were to sign like maybe a Vogue magazine,
Oh yeah.
Those probably go for.
Those would
oh
probably go
my
for a lot.
goodness, Yeah.
Those would probably go for a lot.
stuff we can't afford.
Basically.
Not like we could afford the card either.
That's
His
true.
Yeah, no.
That's true.
Like,
Imagine we all just pulled together and got the autograph one, and we just kept it right
yeah,
up
and
there.
it's
just
this
kept it
small.
right-
We're like,
Just right on
guys,
top of
do
the
you
screen.
see it?
We bought it. We just have the camera too. It just a
Yeah,
tight
just
shot
keep
on
going to that.
the whole time.
Yeah, I'll switch from us
Yeah.
to the car
Yeah.
like the entire time.
We gotta get our money's worth.
Yeah, exactly. Well, guys, it is almost Christmas,
Yes.
and it has been a week full of Christmas traditions.
Oh,
And especially for my household, I recently got married to my beautiful wife, Melanie. We're very competitive people, though. So we went over to her friend's house and made gingerbread houses.
That's so cute.
So cute.
Yeah,
Cute little date night.
Yeah.
It's a cute little date night. It was fun. There were, I think, 5 of us all together. We made it. Mel and I very competitive. We made our gingerbread houses, and then I threw them up on Instagram to go get a poll, hoping that I would win. So
Wow.
on the screen, mine
guys
is to the left, and Mel's is to the right.
Okay, but I like yours.
Thank you. So yes,
Emails
mine.
is better, but
So mine has marshmallow roof. I put
Okay.
M&Ms all on one side.
I
That
see
took
the
me
vision.
forever. Over there are 2 little Sour Patch
That's
Kids
so
with the
cute.
little fire. So it's
Okay.
cold
I
out
see
there.
the
It's cold
vision.
out there. They had to have a little fire.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, so they're there. I put so much time and effort into this. Look at that beauty. I've had a little lights on the roof.
I like it, Davis.
More M&Ms on the bottom, and I kind of
yeah.
used all my resources on the front and the roof that I didn't have
That's
anything
me.
for the back. So I
Davis.
actually just put my name on it,
That's my
because you got to sign it.
Gots to.
You had to. So
Masterpiece.
yeah, and then I gotta give her credit, I guess. So that's Mel's house.
That's a nice
simple
house.
M&Ms on the
I
front.
do like the lights.
You got the
Yes.
lights. I gotta, we're good.
Okay,
And
that
then
roof
cool,
is
yeah.
killing it.
Yeah.
the roof was actually very cool too. I think that's what won her, and Sour Patch
Whoa.
Kids, of course, on the sides. So Mel went all out, and the results showed, I guess. She
love it.
obviously
You guys are so cute.
won that challenge. So shout out to Melanie. She'll probably clip this part. And
Should.
She should, yeah.
so it was very competitive in our household, but that bids the question to you guys. What should and shouldn't go on a gingerbread house? What does your gingerbread house look like?
So first of all, I don't have the attention span to build a gingerbread house.
Same.
Yeah.
I barely have the attention span to build a ginger person, a ginger man / woman. So,
Okay.
but in that case, I remember growing up doing those houses. I'm like you, Davis. Like, I go so hard for like one part of the house that like the second half is just like, all right, I'm done. Like, we'll just leave it plain.
Yeah.
I'm all about the piping more than like stuff.
okay.
But I
All
do
right.
like, obviously I like the red and green. I like doing Skittles, so then it's like rainbow. I like as much
Oh, Skittles are good.
yeah, color as possible. Marshmallows. I like the tinier marshmallows, the smaller ones.
Ah, I see.
Put all over.
I'm
Very
very
interesting.
much in the category as like all of you guys where like you just go so hard at the beginning and then like you just run out of stuff.
Yeah.
Or like when you
I think
make,
it was that and the attention
Yeah.
span that was
Yeah.
trying
when you
to
make a poster and you start like the first 3 letters
Yeah.
are ginormous and by the end you run out of room for the rest of the words. So
Yeah.
like you have to like squeeze it in. That's how I make my gingerbread houses. Also too, for someone who I've said in this on the show before, like I love Legos, I love building stuff. For some reason, gingerbread houses and I do not cooperate.
Because it's interior design.
Yeah.
Yeah, like also like architecture, I can't get it to stand. Like mine always ends up just 3 pieces of broken gingerbread on the ground, like
Yeah,
flat.
that's how
like,
it is.
It just won't stay up. But I'm very much a frosting guy, so like always the snow covered roof.
Yeah.
just
Yeah, that's
frosting
exactly
all
what I
over,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
frosting all over. And then like I try to get creative with like the snowman, like with the marshmallow
Oh,
snowman.
that's
out
good.
front,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
stuff I try to be like creative and like detailed with stuff that's not technically on the gingerbread house, just in case it all collapses, which it inevitably does.
Yes.
That's
so
true.
like,
Well, and that's the hard part. You can't put too much on the roof because
Right.
it gets too heavy. But
That's
I saw
true.
a really nice one where they used Twizzlers, like the red Twizzlers,
Ooh.
as the roof, and like you lined it up. And I was like, wow, that
Okay,
looks pretty
that's
cool. Like
cool.
it's
That's
easy,
impressive,
but
yeah.
then you can't make it too heavy
Yeah.
either because that will collapse.
I'm not
Sure.
a big Twizzler guy, to be honest.
I'm
So
not
like,
either.
I can
I'm
keep
not
that.
a
I can
Twizzler.
keep that off.
I can
That's
use
always
it on the house
the-
and take it off.
Right,
If I need
just
it.
not-
Yeah, that's
yeah.
always the candy left over for me at Halloween.
Yeah, me
Oh.
too.
That's
I
a-
can't eat that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also love building these houses because I end up just snacking on all the. Like I'm eating all the M&Ms. Next
Oh.
thing you know, it's all gone.
Oh
I've
yeah.
piped frosting straight into my mouth.
Oh,
Like,
I believe
yeah.
you have. That does not surprise me. one bit.
Exactly. it's there. And
you
what
have
if you
to.
just have extra supplies?
For me, it's the dots. We had a bunch of dots, and I think I ate like half of the box of dots.
I'm not a dots
Yeah.
guy. I've never really
Me
had
neither.
dots.
It was a while, but had one, and
Couldn't
then
stop.
another.
Stop.
Yeah, you can't stop. I'm like, maybe this will look good on the roof. Oh, I should eat
Then
that
it's
one.
gone.
Yeah, and then it's like gone, and then
It's
I have
not
to pull
working.
another.
There's no roof.
There's no roof.
Also, I feel like gingerbread cookies, like in general, the cookie,
Mm-hmm.
like I only eat it in December. Like it's not like
Oh,
a.
yeah, no
Oh,
one
yeah,
eats it.
totally.
I've
Yeah.
never like seen.
I don't even think you can find it
Right.
throughout the year.
Yeah.
Like, even at Trader
Yeah.
Joe's, they bring out all their holiday stuff like only in December. You couldn't like their gingerbread, all
Yeah, it
those
just
stuff. You can't get
disappears.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Festive season.
It's a
holiday
very,
season.
very
Yes.
festive season. And speaking of that, I have
Oh,
one last
Davis.
surprise for everyone.
No.
Davis.
Guys, this is for both of
Thank
you.
you.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you guys have to open it now, actually.
okay, you're putting
Open
us
it
on the
on
spot.
camera.
Wow, these are
'cause I
wrapped
want
very
the
well.
reactions.
did you wrap
Thank you.
these?
I did wrap
Oh,
them.
okay.
Okay.
I thought it
I'm
was
not
some
the
else.
best
No, wait, this is-
rapper.
No, this is good.
Really nice.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
just let me know what you guys think of this. Cienna saw it. Show the camera, guys. Show the camera what you guys got. Yes.
Yo. No way. 1989 Taylor's
Yes,
version.
it has all the songs on it, and if you
No
look at the
way.
back, there's one additional song too.
H&N
was
Overtime.
added.
Good
Yes.
job. From the vault.
From the
vaults.
vault. Yes, that's
Aw.
right.
Oh my
We are
God.
such
Pitner, you
big
are the
Taylor
best.
Swift fans here.
We are
that-
we're Swifties.
We're Swifties. That isn't just a casing and paper. That is the actual CD.
Yeah, it's
Me
real.
Listening to this tonight, and whoa, what's?
Yeah, inside
Oh.
is like another, I think, note.
I
Oh,
thought
from
you
Taylor?
wrote this.
I
was
think it's
like,
actually from Taylor.
What
No, that
a
wasn't
message.
actually for me.
Whoa.
I didn't even
No,
know from
Taylor.
her.
Taylor knew I was bringing the CDs in.
No way.
And,
It comes like a little.
Oh, we
Yeah.
got different pictures. Oh.
Yep. So you guys can
up at
put
our
that
desk.
up. Put that up on the desk. We could put it up on the TVs. But just a little something to
Thanks,
help
David.
celebrate.
No, you are really sweet.
That's super
I love
sweet.
this present.
Yep. So
Did you
Karma
find
is
this
this
know.
in
guy on
store?
overtime.
we were at Target. I was walking by and I'm
Oh,
like, you
man.
know what? I have to do it. The original plan
love
was
it.
to get colored pictures of
Uh-huh.
our faces and then put it in the cover.
Oh, that's amazing.
However,
Oh, yeah.
I did not have access at the time to a colored
I
printer.
love this.
So yeah, it was
Thank you, Davis.
Yeah.
little special something to brighten up everyone's
I need to
holiday.
find a CD player.
Me.
That is the other thing. Not a lot of CD
Exactly.
players, so it might just be a prop on the
It's a
desk,
good
or
prop.
it's
definitely
a
staying on
prop
the desk.
somewhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yo.
But
Thank you, Dave.
Merry
Thank you,
Christmas,
Davis.
guys.
Christmas.
Merry
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 Christmas.
Christmas, everybody.
into all a
Absolutely.
new year. I'm trying to look at the playlist because I don't really remember what's on 1989. Oh, Style. Okay. Oh, Wildest Dreams. Oh, that's this
Appreciate you,
album.
David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Davis.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, guys. What a great podcast. Very
Yeah, yeah,
Christmassy.
yeah.
Hope you guys
Karma
enjoyed
is the
it.
guy in the Golden State sweater.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
yes. You guys made me who I am today.
Oh, Davis.
Davis.
You made this
This
show
was
what
a
it is. Yeah.
Great. What episode are we on?
We're
like
on
40?
episode 49.
Wow.
Ooh, Kyle, what do we got next
Nice.
week?
Next
though?
week is the 50th episode of HNN Overtime.
Wow.
It's come so
oh
far.
my gosh, it's so crazy. We added a third host, which was always awesome. And just seeing this thing grow from
Started it from nothing.
Davis came to me with the idea, and it's kind of been our baby ever since.
Dude, we've been trying to grow it over time. And here-
Overtime?
Oh,
That's
boy.
what I didn't even
All
mean
right.
to do that, but you knew it.
Oh, I knew it.
We speak a different language.
We do. We speak overtime on this show.
Always.
But yes, be sure to stick with us. 50 episodes coming up next week. But thank you so much again for
And head
watching.
to the Instagram,
Oh, yes.
too.
Yes,
Head
go
to the
follow the
Instagram.
Instagram.
Follow the Instagram. That's where you get all of our updates, everything you want, some behind the scenes stuff, some throwback stuff. That's all coming in 2024. But thank you so much for watching or listening to this episode of HNN Overtime, Davis's version.
Yes.
Yes.
Davis's version.
1989,
version.
more like 2023, soon to be 2024.
This is true.
Got him.
Welcome to Kalihi.
Welcome to Kalihi.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But yes, be sure to check out this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get the rest of our HNN podcasts. And be sure to check out the video version on our YouTube channel. All the links will be on our Instagram. For Cienna, Pilotin, Davis, Pitner, I'm Kyle Chinen. Thanks so much for listening or watching. Aloha, mele kalikimaka.
This podcast is sponsored by Happy Warrior Kava. Be a happy warrior. Drink, relax, and enjoy the strong and smooth taste of the best-selling kava in the islands. Happy Warrior Kava.